What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to game one of this BFZ draft. I start out with 3 lands here. I'm just going to jump right to it. I've got the Human Cleric Ally, Unified Front, Sandstone. Pretty confident, because I do have 3 lands up in here. And yeah, Shadow Glider's not bad. Target creature gets +1/+1 and gains Vigilance. So yeah, I've got a game plan for the first couple of turns. So I'm going to keep this. Yep, so the plan right now is Plains, Swamp, Serene Steward. The next turn I plop down a Sandstone Bridge, which will give this +1/+1. Ooh, Salvage Drone. So they took, okay. So they took blue. Another Swamp. I'm going to play this. I'll just yield. Now, they're going to be able to ingest, which is kind of a shame. Hopefully, they didn't fall into that ingest process archetype. If they went blue-red, I'm in trouble. Only one way to find out. Blue-black, so they picked up the scraps on black. Okay. That's going to ingest a card. Let's see what it ingests. McKindy Patrol. Okay. Could have been worse. Honestly. Tandem Tactics comes out. I'll play the Steward. That'll let me yield. Blue-black. I've gone blue-black before. That was the time that I went 0-3. So, it's not that great of a deck, or at least it wasn't for me. And I typically do draft not that great. Do they have a trick? Do I just let them ingest? They'd get to draw a card either way. Well, not either way, but... yeah, I'll fall into it. Whatever. Nope, it's just going to die and draw a card. Okay. Shadow Glider is going to be helpful as well because it's that 2/2 flyer, and for the black-blue deck, unless you have a lot of silent skimmers, it's very difficult to block the flying. I only saw one skimmer come my way, and I took it. Excuse me. So, ooh, Ruinous Path. That's a pretty good one too. All right. Plop down Sandstone Bridge. So that'll gain Vigilance and +1/+1. I don't think they have a response. So I'll just attack here for 3. I could have done Tandem Tactics. That's okay. I don't want to gain life just yet. I'm also going to... Well, I'm just going to pass my turn. Because that's the only thing I can do anyway. This next turn coming up, though. I'm going to have 4 lands down. Don't really know what to do. Hedron Archive is a very good card. It's the best artifact card you can put inside any of the decks for a limited. It's the only thing they're going to do. Clashtra Night Watch. I could play... Well, hopefully I can play that at some point. Let's see. Yeah, I'll probably play the Shadow Glider. Wait for them to come around. But I'm decently set up. I've got the Ruinous Path for the removal, Tandem Tactics to swarm the board, if I do have enough creatures to do that. Ondu will also help for the first strike. So maybe I actually put down the Ondu. Maybe that's what I do. It's a 2/3, but what do I do here? Not Unified Front, not yet. Yeah, I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna put down the Ondu. That the first strike is just... It's killer as well. It's probably more killer than the flying, at least for the first few turns. I know we're in turn 5 now, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just that little tiny stupid blocker that you just see in the path. So, Wavewing Elemental. I'm just gonna ruin his path. That. I know that I used quite a bit inside my blue-black as well, and if I do this, really they have just nothing they can do. Can I awaken? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I can't. That's okay. I'd rather ruin his path this. I'll just cast that. And let's go 1, 2, 3. Like that'll just tick them off. I forgot. Shit! I forgot to put a land in the battlefield. Oh, there's my first mistake. That was bound to happen. So don't worry about that. Oh Lord, that was bound to happen. I'll throw this down. Yeah, now it triggers. Oopsie doopsies. That's okay. Let's see what their response is. Oh, Mortuary Mire, so they're going to get the Wavewing back. Well, it's on the top of the library. They get it the next turn. Okay, so that gives me another turn to fiddle around with stuff. And of course, I'm bringing out the Classroom Nightwatch next. That's a no-brainer. Anticipate. Well, that lets them just straight up take it. Unless they grab something else. Maybe they're just doing like blue-black big stuff, but I don't see any ramp except for the Hedron Archive. So, but do you see how I took that Tide Caller, and I'm looking at an opponent that's playing blue, and they have, well, they've had one Awaken card so far. But if they start playing a bunch of Awaken cards, you can clearly see why I hate drafted it in the first place. It's probably the best move I could have done out of that pack. Demon's Grasp, that'll just completely take out the Wavewing as well. So I'm looking okay here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clash your Nightwatch. So I'm just going to attack here. Yeah, I'm not going to use Tandem Tactics just yet. Because I don't want to gain life until I've got Nightwatch ready to go. So it'll be the next turn. Man, that's fun. Alright, Clastria out. Which gives me a couple of options for the next turn. Either I'm going to Demon's Grasp something that I really need to get rid of, or I just run Tandem Tactics, this gains flying, and then I'll pretty much take them out. It depends on if the guy picked up the Wavewing or not. If he has something even more incredible, I don't really know. They won't be able to attack just because my board state looks not bad. It looks okay. So we'll wait on that. This is probably the best matchup that I could have gotten, is this white-black against this blue-black, at least from what it seems. We're waiting on 4, so there comes the Wavewing. Okay. So it's a 3/4 flyer. I can take it out with Demon's Grasp. That's exactly what's going to happen. So I just won this one. I could have used Gideon's Reproach. It's just, well, that's attacking or defending. All right, so first game goes to me, and that was pretty damn easy. I'm not going to admit, I'm not really used to easy fights. So the Silent Skimmer, the only thing that would be doing is protecting me against the Wavewing Elemental, because it's the only bomb they currently have. Inspired Charge, no, I don't need. The Core Entanglers, I can tap a target creature and then just swarm again. No. But see, this is the card I'm talking about. This is the card that I hate drafted during the draft. It's definitely a card that I wanted to get rid of throughout the draft itself. I didn't have a whole lot to pick from in the pack that I opened for that, so that's why I picked it instead of anything else. Dominator Drone, Each opponent loses 2 life, but I don't have any colorless creatures. So I'm actually going to move this over here because it's just useless. This Devoid is also useless because I'm not running colorless. I'm going to keep what I have so far. Bone Splinters is another way. I just have way too much removal for them to even affect me. And Drana's Emissary didn't even come out, so I don't know. That was a quick game. Let's see what game 2 has for us. They need to decide if they want to play first or not. Okay, so I only have 2, but I'll be able to run a Stonehaven Medic as well as Kalashtra Healer. So I'm going to keep this one because I also have the ability to ramp up to my removal. And who knows what I get. The Sharpshooter's also pretty nice. The 2/2. He probably has the drone. Nope, he does not. And another Demon's Grasp. Alright. So I'm wondering if he is running any big stuff. Okay. Interesting. So I'm going to pull out the Stonehaven Medic. Interesting. Does he have Rush of Ice? That's the only 1-drop blue that I can think of that might have something to do. Let's see. No. He's thinking about it. Okay, maybe he has some combat trick up and running. Still no lands yet. It's not all that great. I'll attack for the Stonehaven. What he doesn't know is he's going to lose another life. And a drain. Okay, 21 to 18. I need to get some lands now. Mortuary Mire does not help him, so he's desperate. He's very desperate. I am not. Let's see. Do I have another ally I can pop off? Enters. Yeah, I gain 1 life. Okay, so I'm going to swing with my Stonehaven and my Kalastria again. I suppose. Alright. Just looking over what I've got. Swing, swing. So now I'm starting to chip away. Can't do anything about it. I'll bring out my Sharpshooter. That drains him again, so now it's going to be 15 to 22. Well, 22 to 15. Turn 5. Last time around, I got him down to 11 by my turn, so let's see. Okay, he's got the Infiltrator. It's a very annoying card. It's a very fun card to play, because it just slowly picks away, but he's going to need to keep it untapped to block. He can't really just attack me with it. Bloodright, Vampire, not there yet. I got the Shadow Glider, but it's not an ally, so it won't trigger the drain. Undo Greathorn. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see. I'm going to swing with everything because I'll bring out the Shadow Glider. So, pick. Forces him to block 1. Doesn't really do a whole lot. Okay. I get 2 through. In combat, I'll throw down the Shadow Glider. Okay. So there's a flyer with evasion. So I mean, I'm slowly picking him away this time. There's not really one big fell swoop. 22 to 13. A couple Demon's Grasps as well. Like, if he throws down something big and I get the lands that I need. Oh, Calling Drone. Sorry for the crack in my voice. 2/2 Devoid Ingest. So he's running Ingest Processor. Is he going to attack with his Infiltrator, though? That's the question. And that's what he's thinking about. I can't block it straight up, but he also can't block my Shadow Glider. And little does he know, that's pretty much the only thing that I'm just going to keep attacking with. Because I can hold him in a board state until I get the lands that I need. So I'm not really all that worried. So let's wait on him. has 6 in his hand as well. But he really got mana screwed. I'm trying my best to hide the fact that I am mana screwed as well. But he was desperate to throw down that Mortuary Mire. That's the only land that he popped off on turn... Well, that was turn 4, so we shall see. Okay, there's my swamp. I don't have any landfall out right now, so I'm not going to do anything about it. Let's see here. I could attack with my Shadow Glider. And... let's see, what else? No, that's it. I'm just going to attack with my Shadow Glider. Because he can't block it. Okay, 22 to 11. Which one do I throw down? The Great Horn or the Bloodbond Vampire? Well, Bloodbond, obviously. Because whenever I gain a life, I get a 1/1 counter on it. And I now have a way to gain quite a bit of life. It also drains him for 1 because of the Calastria Healer. So yeah, like I said, this card sucks generally. The only way that works is just around this one archetype. So, yeah, picked it at the right time. 23 to 10. Ruination Guide. Other colorless gets 1/0. Okay. Not bad. That means his Benthic is going to hurt me a little bit more. It's still it's dependent on if he decides to ingest or not, and he decides not to. So now I'm just going to run Track. Target creature gets 1/1 and gains Vigilance until the end of turn. That's nuts. Let's see here. What do I want to do? Oh man, there's so many different options actually. I'm going to tap this Plains. I'm going to gain a life. Throw that on Bloodborne Vampire. Okay, so now it's a 5/5. I could have put down the Sandstone Bridge, but that's okay. So he has to deal with my 5/5, and he can't deal with my 2/2. You can tell that I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't really want to say that I have this game in the bag just yet, just in case he throws down something beyond, or he's letting it through. Okay. Why? Why did he let that through? Like, what is he honestly going to... Because I have the 2/2 flyer that he can't do anything... Like, there's nothing he can do about it. I have enough for Demon's Grasp now, so, like, it's almost game over. Oh, well, Tightening Coils, yeah. -6/-0, and it loses flying. Okay. So, that's a good spell to use. I still have the 2/2 flyer to deal with. If he swarms with anything, I'm going to block. He's not going to do it. And remember, if I still gain life, this still gets counters, so it'll become a 0/6. So it just becomes a big, heavy blocker. If he decides not to throw down something massive, then I'm just going to put Calastria Nightwatch in, and that's pretty much game. Because he won't be able to do anything with my Stonehaven Medic. I tap to gain a life. Nightwatch gets flying and it's over. So he now has 2 options here. He's either going to just let me win, or he's going to try and time out, which happens. Either way, this has been a very convincing... well. The card that made all of this kind of gel together. Honestly. Just a phenomenal, phenomenal card. What do I do here? Oh, first things first. I'm going to tap. I'm going to gain a life. Trigger that ability. Now it's a 0/6. I mean, it now means that I'm going to play Dranas instead. but I'll swing with my 2/2 flyer. Wow. Well, remember when I said that I wanted a win? Like 1 win, guys? That was quick. It's a 20-minute video and I've already won the game. So there you go. Currently I am 1-0 in this black-white life gain deck. His problem is probably he just has big stuff and he just couldn't play it, in all honesty. Regardless of how he drafted, I don't really care. I got the win. That means I win a pack. That means, you know, it's easier for me to move on to the next draft, and I will totally take it. Way better than my 03, which, remember, I was using blue-black when I mentioned it earlier. So there you go. Hit the like button down below. Don't forget to comment. Subscribes are also really cool. I update my channel once a week, sometimes twice a week if I feel like it. I'm starting to slow down just a little bit just because of my schedule. But if you enjoy these kind of things and the way that I mix up the channel, let me know. It really encourages me to continue. And I'll see you guys in the second match. Bye.